some, you lose some. But you live to trade another day, live to make another play. You win some, you lose some. But you live to trade another day, live to make another play. Live to trade another day, live to trade another day, live to make another play. Win some, you lose some. But you live to trade another day, live to make another play. Scared money don't make no money. 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 You win some, you lose some. But you live to trade another day, live to make another play. Is it the bottom yet? I'm trying to buy up everything. Not gonna get upset. Just pull the trigger, let it bang. When I see a trade, I'm hopping in like a Uber to secure my future up early, just like a rooster. Eyes glued to the computer, looking for a bag or two. Market cipher on the screen, compliments of trading view. Now I know what I'ma do. Buy low and sell high. Even if you try and fail, at least you didn't fail to try. I don't wanna be the type of guy that let fear win. I'm the one that dive in head first and bust my chin. I know FOMO is a no-no, but I still get it in. Now I can't predict the future, but I know I'm bound to win. Later or sooner, I'll be the big kahuna. Cause I got big kahunas. I was not scared to get money, I took me some chances and now I'm the big kahuna. And if you scared, might as well get neuter. I'ma keep chasing my dreams. Wake up and mansion so big, I need a segue to get from wing to wing. Scared money don't make no money. 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 You win some, you lose some. But you live to trade another day, live to make another play. Scared money don't make no money. 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 You win some, you lose some. But you live to trade another day, live to make another play. Don't be scared, G. Like paid in full, get your bread, B. Cold wallet full of crypto, yeah, Big Lebowski. Can't forget to tip the waitress. Fur and loaded in Las Vegas. Tupac told us about the changes. People hating on your greatness. Mansion looking hella spacious. Shoes, they ain't got no laces. This the Aquarius age. Life happen in different phases. Our money in with crypto, analog to digital. Could've been rich, but you was scared. What an imbecile. Say you want a miracle, but you bet the minimal. Should've bet it all. Hell no, not the unthinkable. Grow some balls if you got a pair. Man, I double dare you to put it all in the market. No sir, I'm not trying to scare you. Seeking and searching, I need some more money. AI is scary, make us look like dummies. Serious about profit, I need it, I'm hungry. My music all over, but I'm from the country. Bank account thicker than Manuka honey. Got multiple wallets, don't go in my pocket. Either's a favorite, but I don't discriminate. Scared to get money, get the hell up out my face. You win some, you lose some. But you live to trade another day, live to make another play. You win some, you lose some. But you live to trade another day, live to make another play. Win some, you lose some. Live to trade another day, live to make another play. Win some, you lose some. Live to trade another, live to trade another day. Scared money don't make no money. 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 You win some, you lose some. But you live to trade another day, live to make another play. Live to trade another day, live to trade another, live to trade another. Live to trade another day, live to trade another, live to trade another day, another day. You scared? You scared?
Good morning all. Yes sir, hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. Happy today is Tuesday. Make sure all systems go. Fix one camera. Alright, let's try this now. There we go. Yes sir, good morning. Let's see what we got. Thank you very much. All these notifications. Go away. Alright. Let's get it. So yesterday, pretty rangy London session, and then we started to pick up after Asian session, right? Camera died? Nah, camera's good, bro. Camera's good. Muted? I don't think I'm muted. Maybe I'm muted on Zoom. Let's see, microphone. There we go. So, no, I wasn't muted, just it was on a different mic. It was on headset mic, but there's no mic on my headset. So, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the markets here. So we've had a push down on gold here. Gonna see that trend. Look at the chart here on the side, right? If we look at the side here, I know you can't see it on YouTube because I have it cropped, but if we were to take a screenshot, let me show you this. This is all of the pairs. Check this out. Let's paste this here. Boom. Look at the stats. We are negative across the whole board. Gold minus 1%. Silver minus 4%. Dixie is slightly positive. SPX minus 1%. US 30 minus 0.5%. NAS minus 2%. Ethereum down. Bitcoin down. Brent down. Oil down. Everything is down. Everything is down today, right? We are red across the whole board. Anyone know why? Now, I will explain why. Not too complex. But the real reason is that people have finally woken up and realized not only that there is going to be an oil shortage, which we already knew, you don't have to be a rocket scientist, but the negotiations are not going as smoothly as planned. We had main mediators walk out of the meetings in Switzerland. They literally walked out of the room, and now they're pushing back against control of Strait of Hormuz. Everything is now a bit scary. Now, the scariest thing that no one is talking about, which we have been talking about, which is what? Inflation and interest rates. Hello, inflation is still high, right? This pushed inflation up, and no one is giving us any signs of, hey, inflation's gonna calm down. We're gonna see inflation start to ease. No one's giving us signs. If anything, if this conflict and no resolution is made, it's bearish. So we're seeing the market really go into a risk-off environment and Dixie hold bullish here. So we're not seeing Dixie fly. We're still holding this 4-hour resistance, but we're kind of seeing us maintain to be bullish. So people are more in cash at the moment as we leave into the market here. Plus, yesterday, what happened yesterday, we had an intervention. We had an intervention in the yen affecting the yen carry trade, right? So we have something called the yen carry trade. Yesterday, we intervened. Sorry, I zoomed out too much. Here was a small intervention, just like back here. And we started to see the yen carry trade. So this is threatening, of course, but look, we've just retraced the whole move. Very unhealthy. US was not happy with that, and they should have said something. Let's see. Yeah, Japan, Finn heard virtual talks with US Treasury Secretary. So they're basically talking market coordination, saying, hey, don't freaking just put interventions, even though US knows the interventions are coming, but they just want to act like they're protecting the people and all of that stuff, which is not true. So if we're looking at analysis on gold, and then we'll look at NQ and then DAX, we're seeing gold dump here back towards our 4-hour support, then daily support. 4 hours also bearish. Everything is pointing down. We are on our way to tap this 1-hour support, which is kind of my target from the beginning of the week. Asian session has been very heavy today. So we've seen a very heavy Asian session. In 2 minutes, this candle can close below. If today is just going to be a day where we dump, we might be able to just sell the lows here. Even though I'm not too comfortable just selling the lows here, we do have a bit of room. 5-minute support is here sitting there as well, which could be a threat. But let's see in 2 minutes if we can finish a little bit of analysis. And maybe on such a day where everything is just red, might be worth just selling here and seeing what happens. We'll also get a 30-minute closing bearish here. And I just don't like this wick zone. We can see a lot of buyback from here, but we'll see how this closes in about a minute or so. Nasdaq I want to discuss because Nasdaq is absolutely tanking here. You're not even seeing 15-minute pullbacks. We are just seeing price straight continue down. Now Nasdaq on daily time frame here, yesterday daily tried to retest into all-time high structural point, and we just got a rejection. Quite a messy NYSE session yesterday. A lot of whipsaw we saw yesterday. This is your NYSE. Eventually late in the day, giving you a resolution downside, heavy Asian range, and then heavy post NY range, and then Asian around just after Asian open and daily open, we actually see heavy sellers coming into the market now, pushing this price down. So we've completed majority of the move. We're coming back to fill this wick, which was the pre-gap wick, based on the news that I told you about. Today we will mark this gap here as well. This is the top of the gap here, 4S. I will put that as a 4-hour support. And honestly, we need some form of pullbacks right now. That's what I would love to see, just to give me structure to sell. Selling the lows right here on Nasdaq, not going to be the smartest idea, especially after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 back-to-back 15-minute candles. It's not going to be the most logical idea to sell the 10th candle at the lows. But if we can pull back to create structure, we'll be okay. If not, we need to leave Nasdaq for the session, allow it to make a decision, and then catch up Nasdaq by NY. So make sure that you stick around, because we will see how it develops during the session and be able to set ourselves up for NYSE, right? So let's see Nasdaq form a little bit. Now you'll see a similar thing in DAX here. DAX a little bit messier range. We've come back down to the bottom of the range. If we want to bounce out of here, we will see. Focus on gold right now as we're about to close in about 5 seconds. This will close below here. I'd like to see a good top wick and then break the low, and then maybe we could attempt this early. It is risky, we know that, but I think this would be the option. So next thing I need right now is a top wick. Now stop loss is a big question here. I think I'll have to run the stop loss around 100 pip stop loss here. Yeah, around somewhere here I'll have to run the stop. So today might be just worth it to go aggressive if we can make a big top wick right now. So let's see. We'll have a sell stop at the break of the low. Stop where I showed you. And let's see how it goes. Bigger top wick, the better at the moment. CR7, yeah, this Nasdaq's on a CR10. So we're kind of looking for a 30-minute wick fill, but using the 15 to find an entry. I would like it to retest here before it flips, would be perfect, because we would retest previous structure and then break the low and then see. Like, this is great, because now if it flips and breaks the low, this would be something a lot better. So let's see how it goes. Sending at the lows. Yeah, if today is just going to be one of these days where we dump, I kind of have to give it a shot. Even though it can reverse, London can be a bunch of bullshit. You don't know that. And if today's just gonna trend down, then I rather be in now than trying to sell here at the 15-minute support and trying to sell lower. I don't want to be the guy selling lower. If we start to see like the 5 minutes close back super bullish, then of course we can cut the trade. We can wait for more confirmation. If it closes doji in the next 2 minutes, it's still going to be valid. But this is why we wanted to see break of lows. It saves us here. Otherwise, if you enter on the flip, maybe on the 30-minute, you enter on this flip here, you're holding some heavy drawdown now. Make sure you're measuring stop loss and everything. I think I'm a bit under risked here. How much am I risking? Yeah, 1.7k. Little bit under risk, but not gonna change it now. About 250 bucks under risked, but it's okay. Five support, we don't care, not at the moment because of 15 and 30, right? What we do care about is this 5 now closing strong bullish. Now this changes things because now we're creating a strong support. So if we break this, could be a liquidity grab to continue up. So whenever I see that, it just encourages me to remove my sell stop here because now it's not really something I want to see, right? Even though this can continue down, I want to now probably see something closing below the 5. Because now this changes a few things. If this was weak, then okay. Otherwise, this could be a retest here. We could flip and then start to continue bullish. So right now, I wouldn't mind maybe seeing something below the 5 now. And then putting stop loss tighter above here. So like a 50 pip stop loss. So yes, I miss out on about 16 pips. But if we get a close below here, then I get to put my stop loss about 60 pips, which is almost half of the previous stop loss. So it actually makes more sense. The only shitty thing is if this just breaks the low and flies down, that would be a little bit unfortunate. You know, but what can I do if it changes the way that it's forming right now? Like this has to be a weak candle for me to continue this position. Otherwise, anywhere inside of here can just be a retest zone to continue up. Like any part of this here could just be a retest zone. And you start to see it reject. Nasdaq, what are you seeing on Nasdaq, bro? I'm gonna stick with what I said. Nasdaq Asian session, man. I mean, you have to be pretty nuts to sell it at the lows right now after 10 candles back to back. Alright, so how long we have till this candle? Why does this keep drawing, bro? About 1 minute 46, so let's see if she does want to close below. Oops. Or are we going to reject? There's no 1 minute structure, I'm assuming. We're trying to make some now. So hopefully in the next 1 minute it does close below, but this is why I didn't want to sell on this candle, because this could be a retest zone. Why is this a retest zone? Because the candle before is showing me rejection. That green candle is not showing me continuation. If this closes bearish, this candle now is showing me continuation. Now I changed the probabilities of the trade. Why? Because now I have confirmation on 30-minute, confirmation on 15-minute, confirmation on 5. Helps me. London going to pull back everything. It's possible to reverse in London, but we probably need to tap something first. I'd say Nasdaq has a higher chance of reversing during London. But I think Nasdaq might want to dip a little bit lower. Problem is, it doesn't mean we're going to V-shape recovery. There needs to be a catalyst to V-shape. It would be a slow approach maybe, if we're going to do it. All right, 19 seconds, we're not closing below, right? 1 minutes are closing bullish. 5 minute is closing below the support potentially, but not below here. So now you have two options. If we close exactly where we are right now, option number 1 is going to be to wait for the next 5-minute close below. Option number 2 is going to be the aggressive option, which is going to be just to rip it as we break this low and rely on the 15 re-break of low, which is possible to do, and I will do it depending on how big this top wick is right now. If this goes up to grab liquidity and starts flipping, then I think it'll make sense to go aggressive here, break of this low. Otherwise, I'll kind of need a close. Aggressive break of low and BE. Aggressive B, a bit hard to go aggressive B on this. You're not expecting momentum so much. Honestly, a 5 close below will make our lives very easy. This is not really the big enough wick to really take this type of trade. Still becomes a risk of a retest zone. So the only other way I take this trade right now, which I'm going to watch, is if we break the low, come back, and then re-break the low. That's what I'm going to look for right now. Break of low, come back, show us that the buyers fail, and then I go. Otherwise, this can retest it here again and then continue up. I mean, if we can mess around for a little bit and then we get a close below, that's even better, right? 3 minutes mess around. All right, so now this is where we want to see it come back a little bit, right? So we get no top wick on this 1 minute. We want to see it come back a little bit. Show us buyers probably come in from here, and then we would be able to enter here. That would be the safest way to enter. Otherwise, this is very impulsive, which you can take, but I would say you need the 15 stop and then to manage above here instead of do it differently. Isn't the current candle a retest already? You can take it, but you need to put the bigger stops. I'm looking for a smaller stop so I get better risk to reward. So if you take this one here, it's already done. So now you can just put the 120 pip stop, or you can put 100 pip stop here. But to just get a 1-to-1, you're going to need a 100 pip move. A 100 pip move is where my position is. That's a big move. So I'm trying to get a smaller stop here. So we'll see 1 minute 45 seconds. If this can just pull back a little bit here, which it's not looking like it's going to do it, then I'll be able to get that. Otherwise, I'll have to hold a 100 pip stop, and I don't think I'll be able. I mean, it's totally possible, but I'm reducing the chances of me to get paid. But I am taking the risk now to miss the whole move, because if it does start pushing now, I'm just gonna sit out. So that's the fire I'm playing with at the moment. You know? But I avoid, if this snaps back in the range last minute, I will avoid that scenario as well, because I will be entering on a confirmation, and that'll be a confirmation of us leaving the zone. Last 53 seconds, if this snaps back in the range, I will know, hey, it's still rejecting. If it doesn't snap back inside the range, then it gives me a better idea. Now I can even run stops this tight here, 60 pip stops. Now my 1-to-1 is around here, this 1 hour support. So let's see, last 32 seconds. We will also get the second 15-minute candle close now. So could be nice together, as long as we can close where we are. Wow, interesting close on my broker.
On futures, close right at.
Yeah, on my broker it's like millimeter below. Interesting close.
And on the micro, on the minis, it closes above. So it's like mixed.
It's tough. Makes our job a little bit harder now, because we do have the 15, right? That is the only thing we have now. We have double 15 below. So if this makes a good top wick, it could be valid, right? Because we'll have enough liquidity and we'll be breaking the lows very far. So by the time we break the low, could be interesting. Wick fill? No, you don't want to wick fill this because we're closing at support on futures, and on my broker we're very close. So it's not going to make sense to wick fill just yet. It's safer to sell in this top wick right now. See, we just broke the 30-minute low, right? So if we break the low again, it's nice, right? We get the continuation. Thinking about re-break of this low as well. Let's see where that is on 1 minute. No, doesn't make sense. Yeah, I think it'll have to be break of this low. Let's just see what happens with this candle though. I'm gonna have a sell stop ready just in case it goes quick. Anyways, let's see what ends up happening if we break the lows here. Did break on GC and micro. Yeah, I'm almost in. Went 5.5 pips below an IC. Yeah, I wanted to see the IC as well. Trading into key level. No, we have a bit of room before the key level. I want to see on futures, but it's logged me out on futures. Let me log in. Why? Oh, caps lock. Right, so this 5 closing bullish here. Still we have the 15, so I'm still happy if it breaks. Get below, and then we can look to trade down towards this 15 here. As long as this didn't close above this structure, it's okay, because we're doing the same pattern here now. We're doing this lower highs. So as long as we respect this structure here, then I would be okay. So I'm just going to continue with that. Let's see futures. GC I want to see. Oh, it looks way different on futures, man. Oh, super clear break on futures. Yeah, so futures is trigger, right? But you're still not out on futures. Triggered me though? Bro, on futures 100% you're triggered, yes. You can't really avoid that. But you're not out though. That's the difference. Yet. Unless it looks different now. No, you're not. Have like 2 points above the high if it breaks the high on futures. How many points? About, yeah, 0.5 points. 41.36, something like that. Let's just check what Nasdaq is doing. Still continuing down Nas. DAX. DAX is nice, but we just don't have any range on DAX. Look, we're selling into these lows. If we can get below the lows, maybe. Maybe there's a chance if we get below the lows. So I'm still waiting here for me. This 5 minute cannot close above this structure. So 1 minute 20 seconds. If we can close below this structure here, I still keep my sell stop. If it flips bearish, even better. Then I'm pretty excited, to be honest. Last candle we get this one maybe close doji, we get a sort of setup 3, whatever it is, right? Because maybe it needs to retest here first, which is why originally I put the stop loss above there, just so it could retest if I was triggered. This happened twice now. It's happened last time in London. I don't think this is gonna close above. Yeah, that's closing above. So yeah, I'm gonna delete my sell stop. So I'll have no active order now. Gonna remove that quickly. Delete, there we go. Because now it's not really valid. And I'll wait a little bit more. Yeah, futures triggered, but over time, it just levels itself out. Sometimes you get triggered futures, not CFDs, CFDs, not futures. You just have to do volume. You cooked me, bruv? I didn't cook anyone, bro. I was not even triggered into the position, my friend. Futures, I don't control the futures market, my friend. They look completely different, the futures market. I would understand if I cooked you, if I told you to enter a trade that I was in, for sure. But if I'm not in the trade, I can't cook you, unfortunately. I would have been triggered if I have not allowed for spreads. Yeah, that's why we do that. Even me, if I put it super tight, like it broke by 0. Let me measure on broker how much it broke by. It broke by, if I zoom in, 0.5 points. I put 1 point. Spread today is about 1.3. But on sell moves, you don't really have spread. It's only on buy moves. You only have spread when you close the position. But I still account always a little bit gap. I always put, even on futures, I put gap. Got cooked as well. Don't know clue what spreads are okay. No, it won't trigger on spreads. It's just I gave a little gap like you saw. Oops. I want to see how it looks on IC. I tried to log in here, but I remember that obviously I don't have IC on my Vantage account, and these are separate, so I need to open the IC. That's what I was trying to log in to see on IC. So let me see. I want to see how it looks on the different brokerage feed, just out of interest. Let's go. What are we on? Gold. Let's have a look. All right, 15 minute. Fast forward. Man, when you don't open trade MT5 for a long time, Bro, everything you have to scroll forward. It's so annoying. Oh yeah, it broke a lot more convincingly on IC. Broke by about 7 pips on IC. Wow. That's interesting. I might be able to get an entry though. Weak candle closing at the moment. 5-minute candle closing bearish. 1 minute for the hour open. 1 hour is gonna close bearish as well. So I might get my entry after all. The stop orders jump 1 to 3. Does your stop orders jump 1 to 3 pips? No, not really. I want to just see DAX here for the open. That's pretty juicy below here. I might try DAX, to be honest. If we can get some open volume. If I get lucky for an open trade. Let me see on DAX right now. We need a good top wick during the open though. Oh, spread's too much right now. Jumped. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to take it. Close that, and then we needed this first. What's happening now? I needed that first. So no, nothing on DAX. NASDAQ is just pro. That is crazy, the amount of red candles we have on NASDAQ. It is crazy. Let's see on gold what we're doing on gold. Do we have no top wick on gold? Oh no, we have a small top wick. We're breaking lows now. Wow, look at that rejection from the lows. Bro. That's a rejection from the lows. Managed to break even now. Nice. Yeah, 15 minutes stop, you survive. What about all the mess to the left on DAX? DAX is clean to the left. Below this, all clean. Clean until 24,795. These wicks are fine, right? You don't want to be scared of wicks. Why don't you want to be scared of wicks? Because all of these candles could not do what this candle has done, which is close below. So obviously on the open we get these type of reversals, which is why I wanted to see the wick first, then dump. It's not a position I take, but now if I see something getting back below here, I can look to capitalize off that. See if I could take a position. After we've seen now we go to grab liquidity again. Someone throw NASDAQ from the roof? Bro, NASDAQ is crazy. That is a lot of red candles back to back. You just had to take this one, set up one, break even here, and then leave it. That's literally it. Just take this setup one, close below, go break even here, and then leave it. DAX trying to flip. I wonder if there's a lower time frame position. 1 minute close below maybe. Let's see if we next 1 minute gets a top wick here. This might be an opportunity for aggressive position. I need bigger top wick. Okay, this is interesting. Making a wick now. I think I want to be aggressive on this. So I'm gonna try when we break. In case today's just gonna dump. And then I'll be aggressive with break evens as well. So I need to be fast in this position. Still okay, we close below. If this 1 minute close back in the range, then it's game over. Not game over, but I will remove the position. This should be the liquidity grab on the open. Now we start to come down. If we break through the lows, boom, I expect a heavy push with just sellers on DAX. Because DAX hasn't had the same move that NASDAQ has, you see. We've moved down a lot. But if we're going to push during the open, this is my only chance right now. Yeah, check this out. Bullish candles. So I get kept safe for now. 12 seconds for this 5 minute to close. 5 minutes going to close bullish most likely here. So I'll give it 12 seconds before I delete my sell stop in case it starts to close bearish. But yeah, that's not going to work. So we'll delete the sell stop. Now I'll wait. Still waiting. So now I want to see a 5 minute candle close below here because now we close the 5 minute bullish. I need another 5 minute below. That's going to be the rules. I'm actually tempted to buy NASDAQ from here right now, guys. I am actually tempted. Like, it has to bounce, no? We are mixed bias, right? Keep in mind, guys. We are actually technically we're mixed bias, right? Like, I'm super tempted. I'm wondering if I should just take a risky idea and just buy from here the 4-hour support.
I took it. Because
Full
the
send,
15
huh?
and the 5.
I just want to see a 1 minute change of structure, then I'll probably do it. Feels very trappy though. The only thing that I'm scared of is that we go liquidity grab the 4-hour low, this 4-hour low here first. Just buy NASDAQ. If you leave a like on the stream, I'll buy NASDAQ just for you. How does that sound? It's a good impulse we're seeing right now. Yeah, that's it. I want to see this impulse this, and then I buy. That would be the best. We'll have a little bit extra confirmation. Bro, can you say it means good luck in my language? No, brother, I don't speak any other language. Because I can't trust, bro. I can't trust you, bro. I don't know you. I can't trust him. He's probably trolling, bro. What is it? Afrikaans? He's lying, don't trust? Yeah, it seems like Afrikaans, and I know what that means in Afrikaans. I wouldn't talk about your mother like that, bro, if you're speaking Afrikaans, if I'm being honest. It's not really good to talk about your mother like that. Harry, traders are born or made? I think I'm not for trading. More than 3 years at BE. Watch your streams for more than 2 years. Back tested every day. Unfortunately, watching my stream is not the only method that's going to get you profitable, because you are not me. So just watching me trade is great reference. Great to see how a trader comes to the market daily. How a trader maintains his composition throughout the day, but it's not gonna help you get profitable, because there might be issues that I don't do that you do. So that's the difference. The difference is you could watch a trader do his thing, but you can't think like me. You're your own trader. So that's why watching someone, it's like watching a professional football player and saying, I'm not built for football, I can never play it. Well, maybe if you started to play football a bit and get coached by someone, then it can help, right? And that's the massive difference, is people need to investigate what's happening with you, right? I don't matter in the equation of you getting better at the game, right? What happens with me, how I trade, what I do better than you, what I do worse than you, does not matter. You know? But what matters is what you do. So BE is the last step before you become profitable, and you're just there, but you need something to help you push over the edge. We've all been there. I've been there. Everyone. Man, gold has a massive liquidity grab now. 1 hour close below. I feel like if gold wants to go, it will go now. Or is this the end of the move is the question. Hello, where's my 1 minute pullback Nasdaq? I'll wait. I'll wait. I have no other choice. Yo, Harry, told you about the payout delay for 10 days. They denied after 18 days, 5% prop. Oh, that's a shame, man. Did they tell you why they denied your payout? And how much was the payout? Are you guys looking for at least 2 reds? Yeah, I actually want a little bit of a bigger pullback on Nasdaq just to show me a higher low somewhere here. And then I take this for a big bounce position. Try bounce all the way back up to daily support. I should have gone probably just earlier and been more aggressive, but I just wasn't ready. Price was already here and I was late. You know, if I just wanted to play the bounce from 4-hour support, I should have gone here, but I was late. Price was already on inside of this 1 minute candle when I was looking at that. So now I have to wait for the retest. And then see if I can get the higher low back up. Dax is trying to wake up here. Hello, Dax. Are you okay? 4 minutes for this 5 minute. I can't take this without a 5. I want to see if I can take aggressive DAX. What's the thought process of taking NAS without structure? We just reach a major daily support, not daily, major support, 4-hour support. And this is nuts. It's just been a waterfall. Like to have 11 candles back to back bearish has to bounce at some point. So if you start to see some sort of reaction at a support, then you can expect a bounce. It's risky, but you rarely get 11 candles back to back in a row. Go in the chart and try find me 11 15-minute candles back to back. Very hard to find. So you're just capitalizing off that opportunity. I'm tempted on this, bro. If something closes below, I want to see at least 1 minute bullish would be nice, to be honest. Just $250 on a 5K account. Ownership integrity. What the hell does ownership integrity even mean, bro? $250 is nothing. Rejecting a $250 payout is crazy. It's crazy. Just keep disputing it, man. I don't even know what ownership integrity means. Two minutes for this 5-minute candle to close. I'm gonna wait for the 5-minute candle to close. In the meantime, just gonna go to the toilet, be back. Mean to me, man. It's being mean to me. It's being mean to me. 1 minute did it, huh? I wanted just to see one green 1 minute candle. We have to mark this 15 support we have here. That is like our target. Just wanted a green candle on the 1 minute. But now look how deep this candle is. DAX moving like US 30. I mean, I could have gone aggressive here, but you don't get paid much, you know? Look. It's like 15 points. It's almost 1-to-1 if you run the 1 minute stop, but it's only one level of protection. Gold is doing what? Ranging now. Nasdaq, we're getting our pullback now. That's nice. 15-minute close bullish. Okay, cool. So Nasdaq maybe soon. We'll put a little bit focus on Nasdaq. Nas still good on the 15. Yeah, you could take Nasdaq on the 15, yeah, but you have to run 15 stop. 110 points, pretty big stop, more of a swing position, and price could range now for the rest of the session. Most of the time when we dump like this, it's very rarely going to be a V-shaped recovery. There has to be some catalyst for it to be a V-shaped recovery. So I much rather take a 5 closing above and then run smaller stop loss, like a 40-point stop loss. I get paid if we just test daily support and I just play a bounce play. If I'm going to take a higher time frame position, I want to see a deep retest somewhere down into these ranges here, and then I can put stop loss below the 4-hour support, about 60-point stop loss. Ideally, to have stop below this wick here would be better. That would be your best stop loss, safer, and then I could actually take maybe a little bit of a swing position here. So I am going to keep an eye on a potential swing position opportunity. I do feel that this could be not a bad swing position opportunity. What's your thoughts on fair value gaps? Fair value gaps, I make fun of them. They're just another thing that repeats in the market. So if it's something that you like to use and have backtested and have data on it, then and you're comfortable using, then use it. Doesn't mean it's the best, doesn't mean it's the worst. It's just another technique. Alright, so we're starting to get this retest now, right? Let's see how this goes. Can we close a 5 bullish, something like that? I used to enter fair value gaps on retrace and it just completely screws you in low volatility months. That's why I'm learning your strat. Yeah, because you have to go and it has to fill the gap. Yeah. See, that's the one downside is that you needed to like, but every strategy has wants and needs, right? You need things to close above for me, close below. But the nice thing is I trade where price is. I don't need it to come back to a fair value gap. For example, if price wanted to continue here, I'll have a continuation play. If price wants to retest here, I have a play to play from here. So wherever price is, I have an idea. The problem is that every strategy will have this issue. You'll need rules at that zone, meaning that you'll have rules for to take, you know, buys, to take sells. There'll be rules at that zone. And there's no way you'll take sells on NAS? I mean, yeah, but it's just the sells are done. Like, if I wanted to be a seller on NAS, I should have been a seller on NAS from Asian, but I'm not trading during Asian, I'm sleeping. So if I wanted to be a seller, then the sells are majority done because look at the move you've had, 10 back-to-back candles. So the only reason buys make sense is I have a higher time frame analysis and I really feel like we could maybe continue that a bit, but this is looking a bit like a top pattern, so I would be careful as well. But I'm kind of not playing the idea of a massive reversal. I'm looking for a little bit of a bounce. You know, even two 15-minute candles bullish will be enough for me to make money, especially if I'm buying somewhere here. If I'm buying somewhere here, if the next 15-minute candle closes bullish, I'm 100 points up. Like, that's enough for me to be 100 points up. So I don't necessarily need this thing to reverse for me to make money in this type of volatility, right? I'm just trying to question if this is enough. This 5-minute bullish here is enough. You know, 15 will close quite weak. I rather see setup 3 on 15. So this 5 close somewhere here. Wow, gold has just fallen into sleep, huh? That is crazy. We're not going up, not going down. Look at that. That's your London session. Pretty messy. For some reason, your sound level is getting lower and lower. I'm not sure if others are experiencing that. I'm not seeing any errors from my side, but I could have a look if others are seeing that. Pretty strong 15-minute bearish close, you know. This is going to change the probabilities for buys to make sense. We haven't retested anything on the 1 minute. We're still practically holding 1 minute lower highs, lower lows. So this is a little bit of a trap move here, right? It would make sense to send it on the 5 here, but not with this 15. You can never forget about higher time frame. You're safer to send it above the highs here than get caught in a post-session range, because right now we could just do this. And you're buying right here, you go in profit, you go in drawdown, you go in profit, you go in drawdown. But once we leave the top of the range, that's showing you that price is ready to break out. You can get some volume back towards the top of the range. What would be the best setup right now, and I will put some good risk on this, is if we came back here, liquidity grabbed and faked back out. If we see that, then I'm all systems go. You know, for me, that would be okay. We're really ready to go up. When are you expecting the markets to slow down? They don't really slow down. We had a slow Q1, so the markets have been very good. London may slow down, but in terms of NYSE session, I expect that to continue throughout the year. It might become inconsistent in patches, but that's just part of trading, meaning that sometimes you have very good market periods, sometimes you have 1 week slow. That's normal. So the key was to capitalize off when it's moving well, which I for sure did. Last 2 months almost up 30%, 15% plus months. You capitalize off that. If next month I only make 5%, that's still good, right? Or next month could be another 15% month. You just need to trade what you see, right? And have the ability, like if you're gonna choose one session, probably choose the NYSE session. You're going to be more consistent, but again, you need to know how to trade NYSE. It's not very simple. It's a very volatile session, requires patience, otherwise you're going to get chopped up. London session is good. It's only Tuesday, just give it a sec, let it settle. We just had an heavy Asian. Any day we have a heavy Asian, the market is going to act a bit weird, you know? Unless we get continuation, which gold had the chance to do so, because Asian was heavy, but you get days like this. You see this? This is what I was looking for. Just a day where we just continue, because we just left previous structure. We were not really making new structural lows. So to come back, test into this zone, totally valid. But we're just stalling. So there was no participants in London. They're just a bit scared with fundamentals at the moment. And that's clear to me. Even yesterday, people were just a bit scared. So you can see, sometimes the market will be nasty, guys. And I'll teach you a trick. So leave a like for this trick, okay? Whenever you are looking at lower time frame, always check the higher time frame. Why? Because the higher time frame told me that this 15-minute is closing bearish here. But when we check the lower time frame, this looks like a perfect retest to continue up. Sometimes the market is going to be nasty and it's going to break that high first, which if you had a buy stop there, you get triggered. A lot of the time it can keep us safe. Today it would have kept us safe even if we made the mistake of not checking the higher time frame to see that 15 is closing strong bearish. So a lot of the time it will break this high and then reverse, and then you get stopped out and then you wonder why. So always, before you enter, check the time frame that's closed. Look at the clock, right? Nothing is determined by the lower time frame. It's only built by the lower time frame. There's a difference. I entered off that 4-hour support. Is it good? If you understand the idea of why you entered, it is an idea, but you need it. That's a bounce play. It's not a position you try to hold if you see resistance formed. If you just saw this continue to trend, hold it by all means. But once you see that, like this 1 minute here, start to take profits. Now we're just working on lower highs, so I'm not ready to buy till that changes. Probably till we get a 5-minute closing above here. Alright, this is the plan before I hop off, guys. So I want to see hopefully a liquidity grab down here first. Then we get back inside the range. And then any supports I can look to buy back up towards that daily support. Even if it ranges in here, my buy will be pretty good. So I'm going to be looking for that, number one. Number two, if we don't get that, then I'm going to either look for 5 close above here or just to get above 15 structure. That's a nice setup. That, depending what time it forms, maybe I keep for NY, right? So this would be something cool to see. Gold is just leave it until NY. We need to see some more information on gold. Even if we close below here, I don't know if I really trust that because it's just so messy at the moment. Look at the 1 minute. We're just doing nothing. No volume, all sideways. DAX at the moment, obviously we continue down. I wanted a little bit of a scalp here, but now we're starting to retrace here. If we want to continue down further, we start to form into that 4-hour support that we need to keep an eye on. So let's actually bring that one here. So we need to watch this 4-hour support if we're going to tip lower here. We did tap into some more 15s here and failed to close below, obviously. So now we're getting a little bit of a bounce. If this is going to reverse from here, definitely possible. NAS would follow it as well, or it would follow NAS, and we continue towards the upside. So keep an eye. Today, NY session could be very interesting, especially for NAS US 30 after these heavy pushes down. I'm going to be extremely interested for NYSE session today. Because of the way that we can potentially form here and the ranges that we have. Because if NYC is going to price this in bearish, you're going to see price absolutely rip towards the downside. If we price this in bullish, this is going to be very, very, very interesting ranges to trade back up. And NY is going to give you the volume. So that's pretty much the analysis. I'll let you guys know any updates of trades or ideas that I have in the Telegram. Make sure you guys join the Telegram before you leave. It's free, of course. Gives you a bit of updates and stuff like that. I'll catch you guys on Thursday for the stream. There's the link to the Telegram. You can see the trades I'm taking. I'll put some plans for there for you guys. And yeah, leave a like before you leave. Much love. Take care. Hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace. Cheers, guys. Cheers. See you.